Hollywood is full of takers. What can you give? Hello, friends. I'm Cal Barnes. This is Unlimited Creation, and today it's time to check your intentions at the door. Cal, put me in your movie. Cal, please put me in your movie. I've heard that too many times. I've heard that too many times. Why? What are you bringing to it that I would want to do that? And if I did, and you're not good at acting, why would I do that? So I can ruin my movie? Why would I do that? Why would I do that? If you're an actor and I think that you would be a good fit in my film, or if you're at a career level that I think having you in my film would benefit the film, or that you would be a good fit for the character, I will approach you. I will approach you. That is an uneducated, naive question when people say that. It's a bad look. It's a bad look. Why? Because so many people in Hollywood are looking to take rather than give. I don't believe all actors are takers. I don't believe all actors are takers. When an actor is ready, they're giving their career, they're giving their expertise, they're giving their clout to a production. They're a giver. When they're not ready and they want more than the level that they've attained, they're a taker. They're a social climber. They're a grasper. They're trying to get more than they're worth. They're trying to get more than what they've worked for. They're trying to get more than they're ready for. That's taking. It's asking people to do things for you that you're not ready for and therefore don't deserve because you're not there yet. You're not there yet. You're not there yet. It's not just actors that do this. It's a lot of people. But I hear this the most from the acting community because actors are dreamers. I'm an actor too, and I get it. I get it. But I've always tried to stay away from that type of behavior because one, it's not a good look. And two, I trust God and I trust the universe. And I know that when I'm ready, I'll be ready. I don't need to look desperate. I don't need to play desperate. I don't need to be desperate. When I'm ready, the role will come to me. When I'm ready, I'll either create the role or the role will come to me. So many people in Hollywood are trying to take. So many people in Hollywood are trying to take. I'm going to use actors again because when people find out you're making a project, a lot of people come around asking for parts. Why? What are you bringing to the table? If you're a big enough actor that I feel it would benefit the production, I would approach you. You don't need to contact me and say anything. I'll know it. I'm going to cast who's best for the production. Emailing me isn't going to help. There's a proper way to do that, right? It's through the proper channels. It's through casting. If you're a right fit for the role, you will get the part. If you're not, you won't. If I know you and I think you're a fit for the part, I will approach you. There's no amount of talking that's going to do anything. There's no amount of talking that's going to do anything. The only reason I say this is because I've always wanted to address it because it's prevalent in Hollywood. People are trying to take. If you're an actor and you want to be on my production, what are you bringing to it other than acting? Because if you're a big enough actor, I would approach you. If I feel that your acting career alone or your talent would benefit the production, I would approach you. So if you're coming to me, what else are you coming to me with? What can you do for our production that will benefit everybody? Are you bringing money? Can you help connect me to investors? What else are you doing other than just wanting a role, other than just wanting to make your dreams come true? What else is it that you're bringing to it? That's why I love producers. When you produce, when you put yourself in a producing position, or you're a writer director and you decide to produce your own film, you are naturally in a position of a giver. When I wrote, directed, starred, and produced my first feature film, The ASTRID Experience, for the first time, even though it was a very small budget movie, I was in the role of a giver. I was supplying jobs. Me and my co-producer, John, we were supplying jobs for a lot of people. Even if it didn't pay much. For some of the smaller parts, not at all, because we barely had enough money to shoot the film with our credit cards. We were offering an opportunity. We were giving some people their first feature film credit, and it's an awesome credit for a low-budget feature film. Everything on it looks good. It's a produced film. You can watch it on TUBI. You can watch it on Amazon. You can watch it on Apple. It won awards. It was ranked the 5th best iPhone film of all time. We gave a lot of people that first credit. And some of those people I'm still working with to this day. My DP on that film, Chris Pilarski, that lent his expertise to our tiny production. I'm collaborating with him again on my next feature film, The Influencer House Massacre, because he did such a good job. He did such a good job. He offered his expertise. He offered his expertise to our little production. He gave a lot. He gave a lot, and now I'm able to give him a larger job because he did so well. Because he did so well. The people that had good attitudes on that film, I'm taking with me. The people that didn't, I'm leaving behind. No ill will, but I'm leaving behind. It's all about attitude. It's all about appreciation. It's all about appreciation. What can you give? When you're starting, it's all about giving. Like I've said before, I did 25 short films for free. I had nothing else. I didn't have the credit. I didn't have the career that I could offer the production. All I could do was offer my time for free. As an actor, that's all the clout I had. I had the awareness of that. I still went for the bigger jobs, but I knew I had to build. I knew that I had to build, that I wasn't entitled to anything. I knew that I wasn't even entitled to get paid until I was good enough at acting or until I had a big enough resume that someone would pay me. Especially back then. It's a little different now. It's easier to get smaller paid jobs now because the non-union acting market is much stronger than it used to be. Back when I was in that bracket, I knew it was all about giving, and all I could do was give my time. I pretty much paid to work on every production because I was paying for gas to drive around LA. I was literally paying $50, $100 to shoot a film every time because that's the cost to me. That was the cost. But the benefits were exponential. I was learning. I was growing. That's what I was giving. So what can you give when you're an upcoming actor? So many people are looking to take. What can you do for a production that you can position yourself to win? When thousands of people, and I'm not kidding, thousands of actors are clamoring for jobs, wanting a filmmaker to make their dream come true, to put them in the spotlight. Well, what can you do for the production? If you start thinking like that, you will rise much, much faster. You will rise much, much faster. Are you willing to be a crew member also? Are you also willing to double as a production assistant? And I would recommend that because you're going to learn a lot more. A lot of actors stick their nose up at that. Guess what? That's their own problem because when you work on set, you are going to learn so much more about acting than you practically will anywhere else. Just seeing how other actors do it, seeing how other actors behave, seeing how other actors shoot themselves in the foot, and the ones that are good, seeing what they do that make them good. This is massive. So what else can you give to a production that will make them want to hire you? Because as I said before, when you're good enough acting, producers will approach you. Stars, yes, you might think they already have everything, but actually they're at a position where when they sign on to a project, they're giving a lot. Stars are giving a lot because when they say yes, money follows them, financing follows them, visibility follows them, clout follows them. Just a star signing onto a filmmaker's project is giving a lot. It's giving a lot. It's a fact. They're giving a lot just by doing that. That's why many people might think they're arrogant or difficult or mean or whatever it is, but they can't say yes to everything because everything they say yes to gets made. So they're really in charge of quality control. They have a lot of power because when they say yes, things move. Directors now especially also, big directors have probably the most leverage because when they say they're going to do something, the entire industry moves around them. When Chris Nolan says he's making his next film, the entire industry moves around that statement. It's a lot of leverage there. So these people are already in a position where they're giving a lot anytime they do anything. Big directors and stars, the entire industry is built around them. Many people live off of them. Many jobs are created because of them. Can it create ego? Yes. If these people aren't careful, their ego can get out of control and pride cometh before the fall. But they're giving a lot more than people think. Some people were born there. I'm always talking about rising from nothing because this is the path I took. And I want to make it faster for you guys. Most people that are watching the show probably are coming from the outside, are probably coming from some circumstances where they weren't born into wealth and everything didn't just come easy. You're probably coming from the outside, which also kind of means coming from nothing. I don't mean that you were born poor. We have a lot in America. I believe just being born in America, you're already in the top 1%. I'm not talking about being poor. I'm just talking about in terms of Hollywood, most people are starting from nothing that are listening to this show. So what can you give? What can you give? If you come into that with that mindset, this is one thing I wish I did better. I'd probably already be even much more successful, much faster if I just approached it with this mindset. What can you give? What can you give to help producers and directors that you're rising with, that are in your age group, that are also trying to come from nothing? What can you give to help them? Can you give your time? Can you give your resources? Can you give your connections? Whatever you can do to help them to say yes, you should do it. Because if you're a big enough actor that just you saying yes adds value to their production, they'll approach you. You don't need to approach them. I'm not saying don't market yourself. I'm not saying don't reach out to people, but you don't need to push them, because at the end of the day, filmmakers are always going to hire the actor that's best for the part, not the actor that badgers them the most. It's just not how it works. It's about what's best for the part. And typically the actor that's best for those good roles are actors that already have been established, that have the experience, that have the clout. Typically the best roles go to them because they're giving a lot to the production when they say yes, or they're right for the part. There are those roles that are looking for unknowns that just fit the part. Those don't happen that often. So whatever you can do to help people to say yes, you should do. You should absolutely do. 95% of hopefuls have a taker mentality. It's what keeps them in the dirt, because we live in an abundant universe. We live in an abundant universe. So what can you give? There's plenty of everything. Abundance is everywhere. It's this taking mentality that creates scarcity, that keeps people at the bottom. That's why I said the best thing for me as an actor was making a film, because it opened my mind. It opened my mind to the benefits of giving. It opened my mind to the benefits of being on the other side because of the experience I had and realizing, oh, this is it. It freed me. It freed me from the taking mentality. Even after making the film, when I went back to just focusing on acting, I was approaching it differently because I was no longer a taker. I was also a giver. I had the energy of someone that was also giving jobs, not just looking to receive jobs. It's a balance, right? Giving and receiving. People that just want to receive all the time, they're losing. They're losing the game. Their minds aren't working right. Their minds aren't working right. It's a balance. It's giving and receiving. It's giving and receiving. So remember that. Hollywood is full of takers. What can you give? If you approach it with that mindset, don't be surprised if you rise above the competition faster, because you'll realize, unlike those that are living in scarcity, that the world is full of abundance. Thank you for tuning in to Unlimited Creation. I'm Cal Barnes. Remember to subscribe on YouTube and Spotify for more weekly content. And until then, what can you give?